We'll be back from the break, and many thanks for sticking around to Good Morning Uganda. It is time for our agenda this morning, and our topic that we have before us is looking at equipping the youth with ICT skills, something that is no longer a conversation but something that has become practical, and part of us today is the ICT world that we are living in. Information communication technology. Technology filled up with innovation is something that the president of our country and many other presidents across the entire continent are pushing for with their agendas. Why is that so? It is because the generation has turned and changed into the digital era where everything is swiftly done because of technology. Now, our focus on empowering the youth and also equipping them with ICT skills is why we have this conversation today. Our guests this morning are two gentlemen coming in from these are two gentlemen coming in from GSM 5G, and they are here to take us through the journey of what they intend to achieve with equipping the young people with this ICT knowledge. First is Ali Raza, who is the CEO of GSM 5G. A very warm welcome, sir. Good morning.
Very good morning to the great viewers of UBC, and happy Ramzan to my beloved Muslim in Uganda and around the world.
And well, many thanks for joining us. Now, away from that, Ali Reza is the CEO or the Chief Executive Officer of the SEM, and Wewa Ezekiel, who is on my far left, is also with us this morning. He serves as the Assistant Manager of GSM 5G. A very warm welcome, Wewa. Good morning.
Good morning. Our viewers, I'm Wewa Ezekiel, the Assistant Manager, GSM.
All right.
Thank you for inviting me.
So I do have two gentlemen, Ali Reza and Wewa Ezekiel, CEO and the Assistant Manager. Well, I've also been told Ezekiel is one of the beneficiaries of Mr. Ali Reza's initiative or program to ensure that the young people in Uganda get equipped with skills. I'll start with you, Ali. When you look at, GSM 5G, what are the primary objectives of your ICT skills that you're bringing to the country?
Well, Paul, the world has gone to the digitalization system where we are now. We need to cover the gap which we are based on all that. According to me, we are very far away from the digitalization or GSM, Global Service Management system. From third generation, the journey which came in up to the fifth generation, it has changed the global system, including even the weather system. They say it in like Singapore has really based on the digital system, and I can tell you where they were and where they are now. So we need to just focus on the system of where global is moving on.
Okay. And when you talk about, joining the system of, globalization that has turned to the digital space or the ICT space, one would wonder, what are you doing to ensure that the training program is remaining relevant with the current trends that we have in this generation?
It's not so hard. Actually, the problem is we must give the skill to the youth. You see, when the third generation came, and Android had maybe 2.1 version or 2.3, S1 something. Yeah. And today we are in Android 15. Same applies to iOS, Apple software, which is like
iOS 17.
We are now iOS 17, meaning the journey took big place. And did we really follow? Did we capture that journey as a youth? Did we enter all the system? According to me, no. The world has gone to the moon. We are still thinking about that if I get the education, I must look the job. But without skill, there is no job. Even upcoming future, I can tell you we shall still suffer if we really don't focus on digitalization system. You see, ICT is the most important thing for any country or any youth as well. But you see, information communication technology has took part of 75% of the world. That journey has come between third generation up to the fifth generation.
Okay. Let me get to Wewa Ezekiel. You are one of the beneficiaries of the GSM 5G program. Yeah. And I want to believe you as a young person out there, you can inspire us who have not joined or who have not got the chance to experience what you went through the training. I want to understand what specific ICT skills did you learn, or does the program focus on in the country?
Yeah, as he has said, that we skilled the youth. Mm. Yeah, it is our most important thing. Mm. We skill you so that you get your own work employed, your own employment.
Okay.
Now, I joined him, and I don't regret, because now I was a graduate from the university. Then I looked for a job. Then I get tired. Then when I found him, he said, "Hey, Wewa, you come here. We have a certain program here. Can you join me?" Then I saw his vision was good. Then he started training me simply. Then I also managed to understand what he was training me. Then after, now I got employed there. Now, myself, I'm self-employed, but now I'm still with him.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm learning. I want to get more land from him, but also we train other people, like the youth. These times we have been training the youth, because this is not the first time. This thing that it has happened. It has happened 2 years before.
Well, why is it, just to cut you short, sorry on that, you are one of the beneficiaries.
Yes.
I want, I would want to understand, the young people in Uganda today are practically in the ICT sector.
Yeah.
I want to believe so. Because either someone owns a smartphone or the other has a personal computer somewhere. But many of them are still having, a challenge of breaking through or utilizing those gadgets. The most important part is to utilize that gadget, to monetize it. How have you been able to go from GSM M5, M5G, to setting up your own? I do know you're still part of Ali, but at least you've been able to set up your own, business, or let's say side business. How have you been able to monetize your skills?
Through the training that I got, I can monitor myself. Yeah, because now the training that I have now, I can also share with my youth, because we have been training youth now also, so that they can go and also do their work there to get their employed. Now, those youth that you have trained, now they have a network. Yeah, now they have a network. They can be able to do what, to see this one is doing this one is doing this, like that.
Okay, let me get back to Ali. Ali, how do you measure, or how do you follow up on the effectiveness of the ICT skilling program that you offer with the GSM 5G company?
I never wanted to be that part of that, to come to abroad to make money as a foreigner and go back to the homeland. I wanted to do something very special to the society or the community where I was belong. That's how I realized what is the problem, where we are lacking actually. So the only area was missing is only the skill, because education system in Uganda is okay, according to me, the English system, method, perfect. why after having 40,000 graduate children finish in the country for a yearly, not even 15% part of the good job. What does it mean? They are not inside the counter, they are still on the veranda to look the survival way. So it was only what I have found out, it's a skill. You see, as I said it, world is now on software engineering, hardware engineering, and digitalization, everything, even the satellite engineering. So if we trained the youth, they will create themselves the self job which we needed, and we shall really not lose 700, 800 or 900, even our girls whom they are going to abroad to look a petty job. They really get suffer. Like one of my girl, I don't want to mention her name, he knows that when she came, she was really hurt from United Arab Emirates. I felt so bad. So I said it, let's go to the point, I said it, what we can do for the society. So then he was the first of the part, was so my team, and he decided not to leave me. He said, in your vision, I'm with you. We decided to move on every village in the country with our own vehicle, with our own team, with our own Apple, Samsung gadgets to teach the people. And really what I have found, even 50 years a woman who has already produced 5, 6 children, and she's a housewife, she's interested, found that she wants to get to know about this system. The moment we shall know what is the technology, trust me, Uganda will be better than even Dubai, because the environment is so wonderful here. We are holding 45 million population. East Africa holding like 500 million now nearly population, which is not a joke. If we have the communication system around here, the skill, education, trust me, even the foreigner Ugandan will start investing the money on this country, because they know their society behind is so powerful.
Okay. And do you have any partnerships, or have you been able to establish partnerships with Ugandan local companies that offer, that would offer internship programs for some of your students, or as well as working with you as a company to enhance ICT among us Ugandans?
The biggest shock came when we found that even the manager of the banks, or even some doctors even approach him and they said, we have like a Saturday this time, or Friday we have like 2 hours. So that even high peak society, how much do you charge? He said, we don't charge any money. So we want to learn the Android version. Some people, they say, we want to learn iOS. It's a different department. So they come and they spend 1 hour, 2 hours, they learn, goes back. So we have the software engineer, we have the hardware engineer, we have the equipment which trains the youth. So I don't think so we need anything from any other company to come. Yes, what we need only is the policy from the government, really, to put us on the track where we follow for upcoming 10 years. And one voice can train one person, and one voice can really train even 1,000 at the same time. That's the policy we needed. How to train 1,000 in one time.
Okay.
That is the biggest point we are talking about here.
Well, Ali, looking at promoting entrepreneurship and startups, you are someone who wants the innovators or the people through the company to also be able to establish their own. How supportive have you been when you look at someone like Ezekiel coming out from your program as well? How supportive have you been in promoting those under your company to also grow big in innovation?
Was is the person who finished, I think, so university as well. And when he entered into the skill department, he really forgot about the education. He entered focus, his mind was really focused on that industry where the world is moving on. So I can tell you here it's a very simple thing that Uganda, we get 3 times holidays in a yearly. We must give on those holidays 3 months, 2 months, sometimes we have 2 months holidays, sometimes. We must send our children to the learning the skill, wherever they are focused. Trust me, that is the reason we shall be based on to produce millionaire. When the child will finish his education, at the same time he will have a good skill as well. So 18 years, 19 years, he will start learning different kind of department which the life needed. So automatically, that is the reason how in Asian countries they produce millionaire at very young age because of the skill. You see, the more big dream can make you achieve the goal. So that doesn't matter that what education, what qualification you have it. Like I said it, the university guy is, I have never seen him last many years to talk about even the education. He just talk about the skill. You know, skill got millions of the department. If you focus only on one department for your child, future is very perfect. That's it.
Well, Ezekiel, back to you. The young people. Uplifting the young people into the world of ICT and incorporating their ideas into bringing up something new is very important and very vital. What, in your opinion, do you think should be done by the government to support, such companies like the GM S5G?
Let me first talk about the support that you asked Mr. Iraza.
Please go on.
The support that he puts in, we call you come, we teach you free of charge.
So it's a free
it is
learning.
A free learning.
Okay.
We skill you freely. Now the government will come up with a policy that supports us also, like supporting us with some equipment, so that we also enlarge our vocabulary and that.
Or at least space as well.
And also space as well. When the government come in and with the policy, then we can.
Everything is, is policy is the biggest priority
to us maybe
to take over.
Okay, Ali, in comparison, when you look at the uptake of ICT from where you come from, with how it is in Uganda, how far or how close are we as a country to that level?
Youth must learn the technology, skill. That's only one word I can say. It's my personal dream that we must have a best institute, technology institute in Uganda, where we can, the youth who are having no job, who are doing nothing, though they did not get even the education, we give them the skill on that institute. Not only in Uganda, all East Africa. That's my personal dream, that if we have an institute, we can have a very big achievement and we shall be on a very nice track within a short time. So you see, technology, we are still far away. We first come out of the used product, used cloth, used mobile, used cars, all those things doesn't belong to the society nowadays. Why we are in now? Do you know, I got to know that 70% used clothes still come from China. Come on, China, used clothes. No, that's not the standard of the world. We focus on home industry. Everything can be made in home. And once the people will start making product in the home, it will create the job for the whole society. For example, every time I say it, pamper can be made. 1,000-2,000 pamper can be made in the home. Assembling phones can be made in the home. hire 1,000 people. We must remove our mentally level from 100,000 shillings salary to 150,000 shillings salary. It needs skill. Immediately once you have the skill, you will enter into the desk, and the moment you enter like a Vaswa to the desk, everything is done. Today without him, I feel his company zero, directly zero, from 100 to 0. Because of his skill. He knows how to manage. He knows how to get these parts to finish, or get this software, or download this software to complete everything.
Okay. And well, of course, when you look at it, you can as well share a view and opinion on what you think should be done in the country to equip the young people with ICT. Because as we look at a growing trend in our economy today, equipping the young people with ICT skills looks like a solution to many of our problems. Ali does touch a very critical point here, where he says that we as a country are still used to second-hand things, second-hand mobiles, second-hand cars, second-hand clothing, and that is a sign that we still need to first of all get away from that kind of life and try to adopt to first-class things. And it's going to be a long journey, but we've already started taking the right steps. Back to you, Waiswa. Ugandans, Ugandans have a huge gap when it comes to knowledge and information on how to utilize most of these gadgets, or even how to utilize the chances and the opportunities they get in the ICT world. To you as a beneficiary of the skilling company, how did you, how did you maneuver through such hardships of getting this information? Because first, many of the things are not made in our country. And you believe some of us are learning them while growing up, or while we're mature enough. So how did you learn how to come up, or how to operate software, how to create your own software, and things like that?
Yeah, as I told you at first, the thing is free of charge. So now, I went to him. Let me give an example, because I'm a beneficiary of him. For me, I went to him, and it is the very method that we are using. You come, we have gadgets that we can use to train you there. You touch, you do what? There physically. That is skilling, so that you have your knowledge. Do you know that somebody can be with their phone like what you are having, and that phone just shut down, and shutting down, it needs only to press the button to put
for it to power on. And
for you, you can take it to to a technician and take your money. Just there, you can just tell you go here like this, then come after 5 minutes. Then he said, this thing is hard. This one is this one, it can cost you like 50,000. But when you have that skill, you can just press the button, then the thing is saved.
How are we bridging that gap of lack of skills and information? Because lack of information is...
Now, that's why now we call upon the youth to come and train them. Yeah, there the gap will be closed. Yeah, because if you are having that thing, if you are having a phone, like for example I've given you, then like that, then it will save also time and also money.
Okay. Yeah. And well, as the GSM 5G, how do you work and address the digital divide that is between the youth in the capital or in the central region, and then those away from the town centers, especially the young ones deep in the villages?
Paul, it's a very simple answer. This is youth, this is youth, this is youth, this is youth. Okay, these are all sector. Yes. Once we train them, they will become the society.
Okay.
That's what we need to do, to make them bring them in one platform. it will only be done when we have access, a great access for internet. For example, I was saying, I wanted to explain that the third generation came with 3 Mbps speed, I think so, I remember that, and 4G. Third generation means 3G. Then 4G came with 100 and maximum 150 Mbps speed. Now we are in 5G, fifth generation, where we are 1,000 Mbps speed. But the internet we receive in the country is, they say 10 Mbps Wi-Fi, which we have it in the shops or around in the home areas. But still the speed comes maximum 1 or 2 Mbps, and nobody cares. And the price we pay is here $35, 120,000 a package, 130,000 a package minimum, which is very high price according to if you see the percentage of the around the world, like India, like Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, all those countries, they are holding internet for $4 per month, $5 per month. The immediately action must be taken for the internet access to the everybody in the country. That's because this device has, if you utilize very well, you can earn a lot of money. It can be done when you have the full knowledge. And the full knowledge will really appear when the internet access will be there. So I will just say that we must focus on the speed of the internet. It must be provided as the other world is getting it. Secondly, the price should be fair, where everybody can afford in the village, in every district of Uganda. You see the difference between $5 up to $35? It's like 7-8 times. Come on. Eyes are blind. I'm not against any company. I'm just talking the reality. Because GSM 5G platform will bring every clear point in this country.
And
do you agree?
I want to agree. And why I'm choosing I want to agree, because I still need to have reasons as to why I have to agree. But Ali, when we get into your plans for expanding and improving ICT skills training in the future, what are those plans that you have for the Ugandan market and for the Ugandan youth?
The biggest issue we need to focus on to give them the skill to the youth. The moment we shall give them the skill, they will start manufacturing the product in their home. That's what they call home industry. Every product must be create their home. That's what they call mini home industry. For example, data cable, 44 million population, around 23 million population near the borders of other countries. Uganda is the hub. Uganda is the mainland where everybody wants to purchase the things. In Kampala or even at the Bale, you think they're not Arwa, they are busy areas. If we are getting something from China, 3,000 shilling, if we make it in our home, it will be 2,500 and the cost will be 1,500 shilling. So all 1,500 will remain profit in their society. And the currency, you see, the biggest issue, our dollar will not go away from the country. You get it? The dollar will remain inside the country once we start focus on home industry. Manufacturing and assembling, they are two different departments. We first learn the skill, then we shall know about all those. The moment we shall have the knowledge about the manufacturing, about the skill, automatically youth will enter inside the home industry. And that's how they will create the self-employment. Which country needs it? I guarantee you. The way environment we have it in Uganda, the way education system we have in Uganda, soon it will be like a Dubai. All East African region will purchase the product from this country. Because we are holding 500 million population, which is not so small, which is part of the world. Even if we can get 10%, even if we pay to the revenue 10% or part of the the manufacturing item which we receive from other worlds or machines, still if we hold the population, what I'm counting for you people, we shall be rich within a day. Simple as that. That's the gap we have it. Those are the things we need to work on it as a hand-to-hand, as a society, and that's it. And one day we shall be in one platform soon, either way today or tomorrow.
Looking at incorporating soft skills into your training programs, the kind of soft skills I'm actually looking at here is communication, teamwork, and also, innovation, trying to uphold innovation amongst the youth. How are you incorporating this with your training and with your company, Ali? How are you trying to help the young people with soft skills like communication, which you did mention in your opener, that it's something that many of the young people in Uganda today are good with, but it's not as important as we may think it is?
You see, it's the answer I have, I want to repeat it as well with more knowledge. About 10 million people are holding primary to secondary education in this country.
Yes.
Every year 40,000 or 50,000 yearly, but the part of which government cannot provide the job to everybody. So about 2 to 3 million private sectors having the job. But you will not enter into the private sector when you have no skill with the education. Education must goes with skill. When you have knowledge about the network system, everything, job will create, doors will open for you automatically. There is a lot of gap which we need to cover. We need to focus on the youth which is on the road. That is the reason my dream, we should have the technology institute in this country, for not only for Uganda, for all East Africa. The people who cannot afford, you see the elite class, high class in this country, they have no problem. They think 18 years my child will go to Canada or America, or already their families are settled over there. But the people, they are in abroad, like 50, 60, they think go back to Uganda, their homeland. And they have a lot of money as well, but they cannot invest in this country the money which we needed to let them bring back their money when they get tired. And because why they can't invest in this country? Because of they're not finding the skill which they find in abroad. They find the sharp education skill there, but when they comes to Uganda, they see everybody's or the youth, even after getting a high quality education, he's still in the road. So he gives his money to who? Immediately, once he find out that this society, they are having full of weapon of the skill, they will start bringing the money. That's how the jobs will create. Once industry goes to one home, it creates a job for around 15 homes, 10 homes, 20 homes. That's what we need, which one they call self-employment. I will repeat that word again and again to the nation. Please make sure when your child is on 18 years, he must have complete the education with the skill.
Oh, wow. Ezekiel, back to you. You see, when we talk about soft skills of communication and learning, I don't know how you've been able to maneuver through the entire time. I even forgot to ask, how long have you worked with Ali? How long has it been?
Now 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
And you've been practically engaging in activities with him in the country?
Exactly.
Along the way, how many young people have you worked with as a team, and what are the results? Have they been better results? Have you seen growth and development of these young Ugandans?
Yeah.
Have they been able to learn as much?
Yeah, they are able to learn. So now, what we do, even we have their network. We skill this one, then this one, then this one. So they have their network also. also me, I visit them and see what they are doing. They are doing well. Yeah. Now, that one that you are talking about, the software.
The soft skills.
Yeah, soft skills. That one now, we travel in the villages. In the villages, to take this opportunity for some people from village there, they learn how to, we teach them how to do this, how to do this. Yeah, so they have been getting.
One time, I remember Waswa, we were in the village of nearly by the Jinja, and we found out a lady, and Waswa was telling me, do you know how old is she? And she can't stand very well. She was about 64 to 65.
Okay.
And she was more near to me compared to the youth, compared to the young people. And Waswa told me, this is fantastic. I have only one word to say, that absolutely we need to do this.
Raza, we have a very huge problem, by the way, of financing amongst the young people. The poverty levels within our country are at times alarming when it comes to the young people, the levels of unemployment, something that you came to address. And when you look at the financing issue, how can we help these young people pick up on financing? How can we support them, even when they're not under you, but when they want to get into the ICT world and make various innovations that can change this economy?
I studied a lot. We have already started the base. We must teach our youth that don't worry. You buy some product from 10,000 shilling in Kampala. We are there for you to guide you. If you buy the product 5,000 shilling from Kampala in wholesale market, you must learn. I guarantee you the same product you can still supply to upcountry 7,000, 6,000 or 7,500, which is not, it's a matter of learning. You see, skill does not mean that you learn hardware engineering or software engineering or everything. Skill means that you must learn even how to sell the product or how to know if that product is original or refurb. Skill mean that you must learn about the environment of the area as well. So once you know that this mobile is sold out in maybe in Yamaha Center or Galiraya 10,000 and you have a client, it's a matter of gaining your team in your area and you start earning the money through them. That's the sales department I'm talking, not only the skill department. So you must know where this product can be found out on a great price. Then how I can sell it? You must make your team, you must make connection with other parties as well. It's not hard. That's how you see people come from away. Many people, they pick the goods from there and they supply there and they make a lot of money. I can get, what I'm talking about the internet, about sales department, I have the proof. Anybody needs it, come to me. We are there to guide you freely. But we must make our own base with our youth. By ourselves. We must create job by ourselves. We shouldn't be burdened to the government. We shouldn't be burdened. Tomorrow, government should come to us, to the youth and say, please, this sector, you take it. That's the plan we have.
Okay. And in your parting shots, I'll start off with Ezekiel Waiswa. Waiswa, I need to know of how can we find GSM 5G and how can the youth get empowered in our country? Now, this is from your global, rather from your own overview.
Yeah, GSM 5G is found in Mutasakafero, level 3, shop number 4. Then in Tinda, Mukisa Mall.
Okay.
Yeah. So the youth who is there and who is watching us by now, you come and we train you. You will not regret.
Okay. Ali Raza, in your parting shots, I need to know, you have 2 branches now where the youth can find you. Do they need any money to come and learn skilling, or it's still free of charge, as Ezekiel earlier put it?
My dreams are to making the biggest institute, East Africa for freely, and how could I charge the money for the small branches as well?
Okay.
So it's a free.
Okay. You're parting shots to the youth, though.
I beg your pardon?
What would be your last words to the young people watching?
Don't depend on think about that he will make my future. Make your future by yourself. You are holding the best tropical weather in the world, the best environment, the great society you people are holding, the Greenland, which I every time say, is better than Switzerland. It's a matter of learn the environment and move on. Find out your own future as a youth, because 75% part of this country are youth. Who will take over the old department? Of course, it's youth. So do not give up. Try to learn the skill. Even the parents must focus on the child, where they are based on and what they need. If they start focus on the skill department and digitalization system, trust me, we shall start producing at the age, millionaire at the age of 25 years. Simple as that.
Well, matters technology and innovation. This morning we've been looking at equipping the youth with ICT skills. My guests this morning have been coming in from GSM 5G. Ali Razar, CEO of the same company, and then the assistant manager Ezekiel Waiswa have all been part of us here on the Good Morning Uganda agenda. I am Joram Paul Sonko, and Good Morning Uganda does continue, but later on we shall as well be taking you to Namirembe, where we will be having the Easter message coming in from the most reverend of the Church of Uganda. That is Bishop Reverend Stephen Kazimba Mugalu, who will be addressing many believers in the country on matters to do with Easter holiday celebrations. Today, remember, is Holy Thursday. You're still watching UBC Good Morning Uganda. Stick around.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Pick of the day on